Sondra Williams. I'm from El Paso, and I went to school at Texas Tech in Lubbock, Texas. I was interested in coming to Vietnam in the summer of '65, so I applied with IVS and came to Vietnam as an English teacher and was assigned in a technical school in Vinh Long in the Delta. And after teaching there for a year, they opened a new program, IVS did, with girls in community development. And so I asked to switch to community development and refugee work. And with this, change came with change in station. And I was sent here to Ban Mi Thuot, where I am now, working in community development. We're in Chi Long right now, and here we have one cadre from the home improvement program in Ban Mi Thuot who works with the girls here all the time, teaching sewing and cooking and encouraging home improvement. And Vali, the girl that I work with from Ban Mi Thuot, and I come out here very often to visit the classes, make sure the cadre are kept up to date on new things that are happening, and help out the cadre because many times their classes are too large and they do need some help with the students. And then we visit home to make sure projects are carried out in the home. Americans see pictures of homes in Vietnam. And they see poverty. They see people maybe eating a cup of rice and a little bit of fish to go along with it. They see many people sleeping on one bed, not even a bed, maybe just a board table. And they think, oh, this is really awful. But actually, their way of life is very practical. For instance, sleeping on the hard beds, it's cooler. If you had a mattress, it'd be very hot. The eating, you can't eat a heavy food over here because the weather most of the time is so hot. So light food like rice and fish, this is what we eat now after being here for a while, and American food is just too heavy for us. So there are many things we would look at and say, oh, you know, this is really terrible. Let's go over there and change their way of life. But actually, they don't need it, and it's not very practical for them. Very often in the villages we visit the homes of the students in the home improvement class, and when we go, it's not to criticize or to tell them, you know, what they can do to improve their homes. Not just that, it's more or less just to get to know the families, more of a social visit than anything else. Because unless you get to know them and have their confidence, then you really can't do any work at all, any work that's lasting. When we go to the home, usually the family all gathers around, and then the other people nearby hear that we're visiting the home and come over too. And we usually have great conversations just about everything. And in Chi Long especially, they like to talk about the North, since most of the people there are North Vietnamese. And they talk about the old days and what they did and what Hanoi was like. But I've never heard them criticize where they live now, or I've never heard them say that they want to go back, even though they probably do. Because in Vietnam, your birthplace and place of your childhood and where you've spent most of your life is always something you want to return to. I really like getting out in the villages because the people there seem so different from the people in the cities, the provincial capitals. The people are polite, grateful for any work that people will help them do. One day, for instance, as we had finished our sewing class, Bali and I were in the car, and a small child ran up with her 2 stalks of sugar cane and said, and when she said, I want to give these to you two. And then she ran away very quickly. Well, I went over to her house and thanked all the children who were there cutting the sugar cane. And the mother came out, and I said, thank you very much. And they said, thank you, because one of their students was in our class there. And they're just very grateful people.